there. Excuse me. Hey there, it's Kathy with Be Creative with Kathy. And first thing, it's going to be real noisy, but I got to close my blind to get some of that glare. Is going to get bad in a minute. Okay, there we go. Sorry about that. But anyway, so for today's video, I have a really cute card for you. But before, I want to just do a little sales pitch, I guess you call it. I need 2 more people for my stamp club. So let me explain to you what stamp club is. Stamp club is a group of ladies, I guess we get together via Zoom or not. But anyway, we make cards together and we pick a bundle that we use for 2 months. So for January and February, we've picked the Sweet Conversation bundle. So that would include the stamp sets and the dies. That's what you would buy to use for January and February's cards. And then you would need to supply some ink. So in January and February, we use purple, red, and black. And I give you a list in the beginning of the month of the things that you would need, or what I use, and you could find in your stamping stash what you would have that would be close that you could use. And then I send you a 3-card packet. 2 of the cards you would make yourself using that bundle that we picked out, and then the 3rd card I make for you. So I send it, I call it my swap, but that's the 3rd card in your packet. Comes pre-made. This was January's card, the 3rd card. So the fee for the class is just a $30 order. All you have to do is place a $30 order using the Stamp Club host code for that month. So there's still time. You could still join for January. You would just place a $30 order. Although this bundle is it's a little bit over $30. I'm not sure. I should have looked up the price. But you would need this bundle to complete your cards. Where was I at now? So then, like I said, I send you the cards. And then if you can't make it to the Zoom video, because we usually meet on Zoom the 3rd Sunday of the month, I also send out a video showing you how to make the cards so you could make them at home in your own leisure. So like for instance, this month we've already met on Zoom, but I have the videos all posted on my YouTube channel. So if you go to my YouTube channel, Be Creative with Kathy, and you go under the playlist of Stamp Club, you can see all the cards we've done in the past and see how I send out the supply video, and maybe there's more information on there. But like I said, if you're interested, we need 2 more members for our Stamp Club, and it would be a 6-month commitment at a $30 order each month. And then the benefits of that is we take turns receiving the Stampin' Rewards. So when it's your turn to, I'll call it host, but really you don't host because we meet on Zoom or you watch the video, you would get all the Stampin' Rewards from the videos for that, from the orders of that month's Stamp Club. I hope that made sense. If it doesn't, reach out. I'll answer all the questions, but I just need 2 more members, so I thought I would throw that out here. So now that I've got my sales pitch all done, let's move on to today's card. So I was looking around on Pinterest or YouTube, to be honest with you. I can't remember which site I was on, and I saw this card and I thought that is the cutest card ever. And this is Tricia's Stampin' Creations. That's who created this card, or at least that's whose post I saw made this card. And I decided I want to make this card. So I thought in today's video, I'll show you how I took her Valentine's idea and I'm going to change it into a simple birthday card. So we're going to use this Awesome Otters. Now this is a celebration stamp set, so you won't find it in a catalog to purchase. You'll find it in the celebration catalog, and this is all, or these are all the stamp sets and designer series paper that you can get for free with a qualifying order. Now most of them, I was trying to find those little otters, is a $50 order like the otters, but some of them you have to have $100 of orders before shipping and tax to get the items for free. But the little otters, look how cute they are, and like I said, you'll find them here in the celebration catalog. So if you have any more questions about that, you'll have to let me know. I have no idea if I'm making any sense or if I feel like my tongue is tied and I'm just spilling over all my words. But anyway, let me show you what I did. So when I get a stamp set like this, And I like to stamp those little otters with Memento Black. And then I like to color them. And these might be the exact same colors that Tricia used on her card, but I like to color them with the blends. And then I like to have my scan and cut them out for me, especially if I think I'm going to use a bunch of them. So I would take just a half sheet here, basic white, stamp all my little images. In fact, to this one, I want to add some of those little hats that are in the stamp set. So I would just take these little bare areas here and add a little hat. And then finish coloring up all my otters, color my little hats, and then set them on my scan and cut and have him, my brother scan and cut him out really fast. Now, if I just needed one little otter, I would probably just go ahead and fussy cut myself. But when you have the scan and cut, then in my case, I just keep a little baggie here of all my little otters all ready to go. And so that when you have a stamp set like this that you like to color and cut out, I suggest you just do a bunch of them at one time. Well, if you have a scan and cut, which I love my scan and cut. So I'm going to dump out a couple of these little otters because we're going to use them on our card. So I have him there, and then the little hat. And just for reference, so you know, I took and colored that little hat with some, I think this is the light Misty Moonlight and the light Magenta Madness. Okay, and the reason I did that is because the designer series paper that I'm going to use is a fun paper. Although there's lots of fun papers out there, you could use any of them. Just make sure you color your stuff accordingly. This is that rainbow paper. It's also in the Celebration catalog, and this is another $50 order, and you can get it for free. It looks like this. And then I just went on this back piece and looked at all the different colors, whoops, upside down, in here, and that's how I decided what color to color my little hat that matched my paper. And in fact, we're going to use this pattern there, right here, this time. Okay, so let's cut this down to size. I want it to fit on the front layer of my card, kind of like my Blushing Bride pieces here, but I'm going to layer it one more size smaller. So I want to cut my designer series paper, and I want it to go this way on my card. So I'm going to cut it at 3 3/4 right here. Save this piece for the envelope, and then I'm going to cut it at 5. And then, you know what, I think I'm going to cut this one down right here to 3/4 of an inch. Yeah, I might and layer that on the inside. I'm going to save onto that piece too and decide which piece I like better. Okay, so then on our card front, I'm going to bring in, this is Mango Melody, which is a bright, vibrant color that I have loved since the day it came out. And then I have some other scraps here. I have a piece of Coastal Cabana. Now my Coastal Cabana is going to be a layer here underneath my designer series paper. So I just went ahead and cut a circle out here so I have a layer for my little otter here. And then I did take a scrap of basic white and cut a circle. These are using the circle layers dies, which I'm sure you've seen a bunch of times. Must have in your craft room. Okay, and then so let's just go ahead and layer these up right now. Get out my tape here. A little tape there. I'm gonna put a little bit around the circle just so it stays solid. I'm gonna put this on here, right here on my card front. This is not a normal color combination for me. I would never do these colors together. But after looking at the designer series paper, I think it's going to be really cute and fun together. I'm going to lay that down there. Now we have a nice card base. And you know what I don't have right here on hand, so hang on just a second. I'm going to grab an inside. I cut it and I lift it over here because I'm going to need a piece of basic white for the inside of my card. So let's get that out. I've already got this ready to put, I'm going to put him on. Well, let's go ahead and layer these two. So I'm going to take that white circle and layer it right here on to that Coastal Cabana, and then I'm going to just take some dimensionals. Oh, but I'm going to wait because I'm going to just set him here on my card because I want to see where all of this lays out to see where it goes. There we go. So I have a little scrap here. Let's do some stamping. I have a little scrap here. Let's use this one of basic white. And in that stamp set, where did my stamp set go now? I did, oh, I put him up here. Okay. Boy, I am a mess today. But I want to use this. It's birthday time, and you are utterly awesome. Utterly awesome. I'm going to put that on a block, and that birthday time right here on the block. And then just with some black ink. Oh, one more thing I'm going to use. I'm going to bring in that Conversation Hearts. This stamp right here that says, "You are cute," just like that card. If I can find the "You are cute." Here we go. Put that on the block. And then in the same stamp set, it has these fill-in hearts. And I'm going to put one of those on a block too. Let me grab some Magenta Madness ink here. Okay, now I'm ready. So with this little heart down here in the corner, I'm going to just ink it up in that black memento. Stamp it down here. Nice. And then with that black memento, I'm going to stamp that "It's birthday time" up here in the corner. And I think I can fit both of those pieces with my dies through the machine at the same time. That's where I'm stamping them there. And then I want to do a piece of scratch paper here because I'm going to ink up that filler and heart with Magenta Madness here, another color that's in my designer series paper here. And I want to stamp off one time so it's not quite so dark. Yeah, and then I'm going to stamp it here in the center. There we go. Oh, and then one more thing I want to stamp is on the inside, that in cemento, is that "You're utterly awesome." Make sure I don't stamp it upside down. But right here in the center of the inside, not too high up. Looks about like that. So there we go. I think that's all my stamping. Let's do some die cutting. So I have a scrap here of magenta, just like I stamped on my heart. I'm going to go ahead and use this little row of hearts, just like on this card. Oh, and this heart here to cut my heart out here. And then, as you know, if you watch my videos, you know I love this beautiful tree dies, this one right here. So I'm going to go ahead and cut out my words with that one too. And I am going to use a little bit of washi tape just to hold those two in place. If I can find the end of my washi, oh, there it is. That way. There we go. Get that lined up just where I want it, and a little bit on the edge there. Get my words lined up, same thing. I'm going to leave a little bit more room on the left side of my "It's birthday time" because I think I'm going to add a heart there. I think we'll see what happens. Maybe I'm messing everything up, you never know. Okay, let's bring in, and it moved, did you see that? Stay put, there we go. I'm going to wrap it around a little bit, see if that messes up, but let's bring in the die cut machine. I have my mini here and my plates. So my platform number 1 and my cutting pad, one of my number 2 cutting pads. We'll lay those little hearts. Oh, I bet you I can't get them both through. So let's just run the little hearts through first. There we go. Run that through. Now let's run our little white piece through here. There we go. So this is a take a pick tool, and I had someone ask me yesterday about the tool, and here sometimes I just assume that everybody knows about this tool, but I think this tool is great. It's called a take your pick tool because you can take, now this is the pointy tool, but you can take this piece out and turn it over, and now it's a, oh shoot, now I'm going to lose what that's called. You'll have to, oh, well, I can't remember. A palette knife. There you go, a palette knife like that. It also comes with a stylus like this that you can also put in there along a big end and a thin end of the stylus. There you go. It also can, on the other end, it has this putty piece that you can pick up small pieces of paper, makes it easy for positioning. The putty piece, you can also buy a refill, which is always nice because you don't have to buy the whole new tool again. You can just buy a refill and refill that. So for those of you that weren't familiar with the take a pick tool, there you go. I think it's a great thing to have on your craft desk. Okay, let's go. And you can find that on my online store. The link will be below or in the description depending on where you're at. Okay, so let's take this little piece here. I want to give it just a little bit of a matte. So I'm going to bring in, if I can pick it up here, a piece of Coastal Cabana. I'm going to just put a little bit of adhesive on the back of this and lay this in the corner. Will it fit this way? Let's see if it'll fit this way. It'd be a lot easier. Nope, so we have to go this route. But I'm going to lay it in the corner with a little bit of border here. Like, does that look about straight like that? And then with my paper snips, I'm going to just cut around that. So I'm going to cut that way. Try to get it straight. There we go. And then I just have a little border around my white tag that will go on my card like that. And I really do like that Coastal Cabana layering on that designer series paper. So I think we have all of our pieces and parts. Now let's go ahead and layer them on. The little otter, I'm going to just put some I'm going to just use my tape runner. I was going to use liquid glue, but there's no need. He's not going to go anywhere. I'm going to just stick him down like that. I'm going to put dimensionals, like I mentioned before, on the back of the circle. And take those backings off. Layer that right here. That looks good. I'm going to just take a little bit of liquid glue and just dab a little bit on. Oop, not too much. A little bit of liquid glue goes a long way. There we go. Now it's dabbing on there. Just dab a little bit of liquid glue on my little hearts here. I probably should have got my silicone mat out and a sponge. Now if you've never seen that done, you can go back to this month's Stamp Club video and I'll show you how I used a sponge and a silicone mat. But I think save a little bit of time, I'll just do it this way. I'm going to lay the little hearts, try to get them centered and straight right down here at the bottom. And then this guy I'm going to pop up on dimensionals, and I think I have some mini dimensionals here that might be, dig, here they are. Might be a little bit easier just to put 3 little mini dimensionals. Oh, and then he stuck to my finger. Fly away. We'll throw that. Just above the hearts there. Does it look pretty straight? Now I have a little bit of sticky here. I'm going to just take my adhesive remover. And I found adhesive removers, I used to sell these in my Stampin' Up! Store, and now I found them at Dollar Tree. So if you need an adhesive remover, just run to your local Dollar Tree and pick one up there. On this guy, this little heart here, I'm going to put a couple dimensionals on him. And just place him right under what I'm going to call the otter's chin. And that way it looks like he's kind of holding it, but it doesn't hide his cute little face. just like that. And then we'll take, let's go ahead and take this piece and put those little glue, or those little hearts down. So I'm going to use my take a pick tool again and put a little heart in the center. Nope, let me get back to the pointy part. There we go. And we'll put one down just like before, one right there. And then, yep, one right there. Take and put those little hearts right there in the center, back where they belong. And then on this card, instead of putting one here in the center, I'm going to take another glue dot here and put it right here by the, and then put that last heart right here. Yeah, look how cute that looks. Okay, then let's take those other 3 hearts. We might as well use them. I'm going to just scatter some glue dots here on the inside of my card. One more little glue dot down here, I think. And then, whoop, oh, I put the put the lid on the wrong part. And then I'm going to just slap down, there we go, my little hearts onto those glue dots. And look how cute the inside now of my card looks too. I almost missed the glue dot. Let's move him over. There we go. Now he's on top of my glue dot. I'm going to take this and put this on the inside. There we go. And now I hope you're hollering, Kathy, you forgot the hat, because here's the little hat that we cut out. I'm going to just take a little bit of liquid glue and put it on the brim here. And then to layer my little hat so it would fit onto my guy, I'm going to put a glue dot on that pom-pom. This might seem weird, but to get it the same level, I'm going to put a glue dot on my pom-pom, which is going to be just a little bit of depth there, and then I'm going to put a dimensional just on that pom-pom. And that's going to just make it a little bit taller. So now when I put it onto my card here, I can put that little bit of liquid glue on his head and the pom-pom here off the circle, and now they're all like level. Hope that makes sense. And look how cute my little card is. There you go. So wouldn't that be nice to get in the mail? So let me show you the first one I did. Well, and real quick before I forget, let's take this extra designer series paper and lay that onto here. I'm even going to fold it this way, lay it there on the fold, cut it down to size real quick. There we go. Now my envelope is ready. And then remember these 2 little strips of designer series paper, I'm going to take those. I think I'm going to just take this one and lay it along the bottom of that inside. Might as well use up all the designer series paper we can. Waste not, want not. And look how cute that looks right there. So there's my card. I'll go ahead and throw that one in the trash. Here's Tricia's card. Let me show you another one I made with a little same designer series paper, different pattern. This one looks like this. Look how cute they all are. I plan on using a lot of that designer series paper with all my little bags of otters here to make a bunch of happy birthday cards. So if you have any designer series paper, fun patterns, doesn't matter what designer series paper it is, you just color up your little hats to match and you could have tons of cute little birthday cards. So thanks for watching, and thanks again, Tricia, for posting your card on Pinterest to give me a little bit of inspiration. If you have any questions, be sure and reach out. Again, if you're interested in Stamp Club, make sure you go back and watch the beginning of the video if you've missed that. We need 2 more members, and I'll be back here Thursday morning to show you another card. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.